Afternoon, everyone. Eric here from Nomadic Fanatic. Thanks for joining me on the channel, guys. I hope you guys liked my last video. I was trying something new. My first ASMR, no talking video. And I really wanted to talk about this place, but I'm going to stick to it. I will close out my other video tomorrow as I pack up, but this is actually day 2 here. And as we pack out, I'm actually going to be going to a ghost town on the way back to see Diana in Los Angeles. So, yeah, I'm about 3.5 hours drive from LA up here in the Sequoia National Forest here at Rivernook Campground. It is one of my favorites, guys. I would say my first motorcycle tent camping experience has been an amazing success. Look, this river is ridiculous, guys. It's so pretty here. I also didn't forget anything. You can believe that. I've been here about 24 hours now, and I have not forgot anything. I've got everything I needed to tent camp off my motorcycle, except for one little minor catastrophe. Not really. With the shifting bag on the back, it broke my propane stove. But guys, there's everything in town. A half a mile from this campground, I was able to get a backup propane stove to be able to cook and make coffee. So, crisis averted there. And this one will stay in the box. There won't be moving parts that can snap or break. But yeah, we got the Kern River here. Actually, you can see the rapids. There's actually quite a few different curves that have some good rapids where they're doing some whitewater rafting throughout the days too. Downstream you can't see it, but it does go around another bend with some nice rapids. They have everything here at Rivernook. They've got full hookup RVs, tent camping, trailers, 30 amp. But the tent camping is so much better because you get to camp right on the water edge, guys. And there aren't too many campgrounds left in the country anywhere that allow you to still camp on the river. This is a private campground. They've also got a little store up there where you can grab ice and drinks and supplies and stuff. So, yeah, no problem getting everything I need here. But cozy little camp here. Cozy camp. It also does get warm here in the summer, so people use that river. It gets up in the triple digits in the summertime. My time here, it's been about 70 degrees, hovering at 70. And then last night was 39 degrees. And tonight, my last night, something I did not cover in my other video I'm making is that it's going to be 35 degrees tonight. 3 degrees away from freezing. So we're up here in the Sierra Nevada mountains, Sequoia National Forest area. It's still cold. It's still a little chilly in April. But come June, it'll pop right up into the high 90s in June. So this place will be super popular. So I'm going to enjoy the rest of my last night here, and I'm still behind the scenes filming the other video, kind of back and back. And we'll go hit Silver something Ghost Town tomorrow after we get everything packed up. The Harley did great. I'm actually wearing my Bike Week t-shirt from the failed motel incident. I got some new patches on my vest. I replaced 2. I got this one. Don't bro me if you don't know me. This one used to say beer me, but it was falling apart. And then where the old one was, where it was taken and then single with a bike, since I got Diana, I swapped that with beer drinkers and hellraisers. And right there, Arizona Bike Week 2026. Had I known, and it's on there, guys. I did not have a good bike week in Arizona, and that patch is forever etched. Horrible memory at Del Rio Lodge Motel. So you can also tell, like my old ones, they're dirty, and then here's the new one. Hold on, I see a cat. So I got 4 new patches put on. Well, 2 taken off and replaced, and 2 new ones put on. So, yeah. No laptop update. It still has not been turned on at all since it was last seen on Alma School Road in Mesa. So, it's probably torn apart or in the trash. They probably just gave up and got frustrated. Was it 9 days now? It has not been turned on, moved at all, reset or anything. So, you will not see a Bike Week video from me, barring a miracle. Maybe someone will find it and I can grab the hard drive off it if they broke everything else. I don't know. I'm not planning on showing you anything from Bike Week or the ride. I had such a good ride video. And my Knott's Berry Farm video. Gosh, I had such a good Knott's Anyway, we'll cut back in tomorrow and head to this ghost town. Good morning, guys. I'm all packed up. I got packed up and it's only 10 a.m. So with an hour to spare. I think I even packed things a little better this time, so I'm definitely going to miss this campground. And tent camping was a total success. I have a few videos to edit when I get back to LA, but yeah, let's go down this beautiful twisting, winding road along the Kern River and find this ghost town. It's gonna be a nice day, nice ride back to LA. Well, here we are, guys. They're doing some road construction across the street. We're here at Silver City Ghost Town. If you can guess, silver, mining silver up in the Sierra Mountains here was very popular in the 1800s. And then it turned into a ghost town. These things fascinate me. This one specifically, though, has been in several movies. Several movies have used this as a filming location here, as well as it's on the National Historical Haunted Places list. So the town is haunted. Diane and I have also talked about making something like this facade, this western facade look out of some of the storage sheds they have. It sure is a pretty drive up here. So we are in the actual city of Bodfish, California. Look at that ceiling. Wow. Cornloose Ghost Town Relics Antiques Collection. Well, let me go see where I check in. Very cool. So I could not film in the first place. It's actually a museum, and that's the check-in in there, where you pay your $7.50 to get back here and check out possibly the world's largest collection of original Old West structures. But this is not physically the town. Silver City is a made-up town where they brought and restored all of these original 1800s buildings, put the sidewalks back together, and preserved it here in this place. So it is a neat way of preserving the West history with actual buildings. Several movies have been filmed here. That makes sense because they could easily just change things up, and all of the boardwalks are super squeaky. I guess they kind of have to be to fit, right? And there's a little bit of information on each building and where it came from and what it did. We're going to start here at the Wells Fargo Bank. I love the show Tales of Wells Fargo. Yeah, let's see what this says. This Wells Fargo office was once one of the stage stop buildings for overnight guests, originally located in the community of Hot Springs, California, later named Sovereign Hot Springs. The barbershop and hotel next door were later additions, and many famous, well-to-do people stayed at the resort at the turn of the century. The hotel next door, it's got an upstairs little sign that says, "Rooms to let." I know that's in a song, 50-cent rooms to let. A part of the boardwalk path here is currently under construction. Looks like this one has sunk a little bit. Next door we got the post office. It looks like many of these we can look into, but we can't enter. So let's see here. This post office is one of just a few remaining structures accessible to the public from the rip-roaring town of Clairville. The remnants of the old town are located far up the Paloute Mountains, which are visible if you take 3 steps back. Don't fall off the boardwalk. You can kind of make out the writing right here. It says dry goods and general store. Let's take a peek here in the general store. This building is the other structure from the old mining town of Clairville. During renovation efforts, it was discovered that this was originally a tent building with the lower half made of wood, mostly likely from a wagon, and the upper half of the building made of canvas. It's so strange that time just stands still. All the stories these old buildings could tell you. The jail here, actually, this is the actual first jail from the 1890s here in Isabella, California. So this is the real, authentic jail. There's a lock there. Oh, I think we can actually go into this one. Oh, look at the shackle mounts on the ground. They would just shackle you to the floor. You got a pot to piss in. I don't see a TV. Looks like stupid kids come in here and carve their name into the wall of history. Don't do this, guys. Stop doing this. You're not cool. Gosh. It smells incredible in here. It's like old Western cedar. Oh, I just noticed that bed. Look at that. Kind of a bed. Not much of a bed. One of the West's last gunfighters was believed to have been held in this jail in 1905. His name was Newt Walker, one of 7 brothers, all proficient with a gun, and he surrendered to Sheriff Kelly after successfully evading a posse for several days in the Paiute Mountains. That is creepy. That is just really creepy. Hello? Oh. Put a little into that. I'll get your heart rate going. I better leave this open. Don't want it to happen to somebody else. Alright, what do we got next? I love the boardwalk. It's like imperfect, you know, and the boards move and they tell you, walk at your own risk. Oh, almost forgot my sunglasses. And you really do need to walk at your own risk here, because, yeah, it's not straight. If you had a few too many barley pops in the West, you would have a difficult time. Let's see. Oh, the marshal's office. Yeah. This marshal's office was relocated from the famous Big Blue mine site near present-day Kernville. It was most likely used as a miner or caretaker's cabin originally. The Big Blue produced many millions worth of high-grade gold ore before a series of unfortunate events shut it down. The structure dates to the 1880s. It's neat being here all by myself right now. I'm the only tourist walking around all on my own right now, and that's actually kind of cool. I mean, this would be a great place to hang out and party. You know? What do we got there? This Bangneo, or crib, as they were more commonly referred to, came from Keysville. Many cowboys and miners were entertained by painted ladies in windowless buildings like this one throughout the Old West. Keysville was a rambling town of saloons, dance halls, and cribs, all scattered haphazardly on the side of several hills. Like so many other wildcat towns, Keysville became a ghost town when the gold ran out. Today, one of the few remaining buildings at that site is in the Walker Cabin. Here's another cabin from around 1880. Among the essentials in this were shovels and picks, carbide lamps, and snakebite medicine, which was just whiskey. We also have some rare items on display. The Hut Scout stove was advertised in mail order catalog as a traveling stove for miners. Kind of a forerunner to today's camp stoves. Of course, if you're any kind of a mining town, you're going to have to build rails for whatever. Probably not gold. I mean, you're not finding this much gold, but in this case, you know, silver being mined, you got to transport it, you got to get it there, and it's going to be heavy. So, wow, Boot Hill and that explosive sign, that is really cool. Again, off in the distance, you can see some of the places where they may have blasted around here in their mining efforts. This modest little building was used as an assay and tools dispersal office at the old Opportunity Mine in the historic frontier boom town of Keysville. The Opportunity was one of many local mines that produced high-grade gold and silver ore and helped create what was at that time billed California's second great gold rush. I'm not sure what this building right here is. It doesn't have a placard out front that I can see. Neither does this one. But you don't need to tell me what this is right here. I can see the school bell on top. That was the bell for class to start. Or if the kids were out at recess, they'd ring that and say, "Get back in here. Time to learn." Well, before that, look at this wagon. You can tell a lot by how old these things are. Well, these are modern day bolts. Maybe it's been repaired. But then you look at some of these other really funky looking nails. Look at that. And that's how you could date stuff like this. So yeah, I'm sure there were lots of repairs made to a lot of these wagons. Anybody who's played Oregon Trail for any period of time knows you gotta have extra wagon wheels. Yeah, that is an original nail right there. So back to the school. Let's take a peek in here. Oh, was I wrong? Is this a church? You know, this may have started as a schoolhouse, but it definitely looks like, right in front of me, there's a Bible that's open. I believe this was converted into a church. Or maybe I'm wrong. Maybe it never was a school. Look at the walls. Huge, thick lumber. Ginormous. I mean, that is original lumber. With some repairs made along the way, obviously. Wow. And this is their one and only saloon. You can see it written right there. Unfortunately, it does not have the classic saloon doors that we're all used to, but oh, this was an actual saloon though, so this is not fake. Maybe the movies just embellish things a little bit. This is your standard actual saloon of the 1880s. Wow. Wooden chairs, wooden rickety tables for playing cards. I'm assuming back there in the back wall is maybe where they served you, or maybe they added to it and that door goes to another room. Because I always remember, like, even upstairs you'd have the ladies of the night upstairs. Look at all those cobwebs. Love it. If you guys know which movies were filmed here in this area, let me know in the comments below. I'd love to find out. Maybe there was some Western shows too, but let me know in the comments below if you know what has been filmed here. That's an outhouse, right? I mean, it doesn't have the moon icon on it. Again, look at the lumber. Isn't it weird? Let me peek in there. It is absolutely, that's exactly what it is. It's an outhouse. I'm almost scared to look into this hole, but I'm gonna do it, guys. Oh, okay. Again, this has been moved. So, what would you have? Just a Homer bucket down there? They just rinse it out. Oh, I don't even want to ask. Actually, I really don't. Bunch of old rusty artifacts and tools. Some more modern than others. You just leave them out here and let them rust. Preserves it. Look at that weird chair. That is a very strange chair. It looks like a torture chair. I don't know if this was for comfort. This may have been for like executions or something. The famous Apalati Burlando House is believed to be the oldest standing structure in the Kern Valley. This old house has a long and interesting past. It was originally located at the present-day site of Kernville. It's built entirely of hand-hewn lumber and hand-forged square-cut nails. Charles Curlis was believed to be the original builder who sold it to Francisco Apaletti, who raised 17 children and wore out 3 wives in this home. Also, the back area, that looks like what I would think a saloon would look like, where they would pour you whiskey and stuff. So maybe that was added to this house. Watch your step. I'm getting hungry. I'm gonna have to get a Hey! Gold Miner Gents. A restaurant. Like a walk-up restaurant. Probably had McChicken sandwiches ready to go right off the line. This one, don't think they want us in. It's been locked. Look at that lock. It's an old lock. Wow. Okay. So, restaurant, not serving food right now. And then we're back to where we started. Again, I want to show you how rickety and uneven this boardwalk is. You can see. And then look down. And some of the boards, like this is a metal repair. And that's to keep the boards together. As you walk on them, they're moving. The whole structure moves. So, I don't know. I don't think they would use license plates back in the day to make those repairs, but gotta make do, right? Lots of neat history here, and it's very cool that they were able to save and salvage these. It reminds me of Red Oak 2 on Route 66. It's not like a real town, but all the stuff that was brought in is original, just like these buildings. Original, and we get to walk it today. Worth every bit of $7. Anyways, I'm gonna sign the guest book before I leave here, and then get back on the road. I've still got to get all the way to LA today on the bike. Lots of riding, and I know I'm gonna hit traffic later today. So, Let's finish this ride, go see how Diana and the kitties are doing.
Okay. Dad, we're just used to you leaving all the time. It's like nothing.
Missed you too, Chunks. Tara, I missed your girlfriend. Oh, good girl, Tara. I missed you. Gizmo Bismo. Good boy, Gizmo. Where's Opie? Opie. Hi, baby. Hi, dude. Hi, buddy. You chilling? You chilling like a villain? I missed you guys. Let's get back to bus working, okay? Let's get this bus ready so we can all go on vacations together. Yeah. Thanks for joining me, guys. It's been a fun trip on the road, but we are back. We've got work to do. Let's get back to it, and I will see you guys in the next video. Bye, guys.